Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday digital edition of Intentional Talk, presented to you by Toro. It's Millar, it's Rose, and we have seven-time All-Star outfielder Matt Holliday, who is a big fan of the number 0. Apparently, oh wait, no, that's Oklahoma State that you're wearing. I got it. Where are you? What are you doing?
I am in our offices at the baseball stadium at Oklahoma State. This is our old stadium, so this is Allie P. Reynolds Stadium. So I'm in the offices. My son and I, and some of the guys have been coming over here now that we can kind of get out and working out a little bit and taking some ground balls, and so we're hanging out. This is probably the best Wi-Fi that I could get to make sure we don't have any cutouts. So this is where I've landed.
But you're actually part of the staff there, correct?
I am. Yeah, I'm the volunteer coach. So if they cut salaries, I'm in good shape because I don't make anything. And then I coach hitting a little bit, and my brother and I do the hitting and some outfield stuff. And actually, the best part for me has been just kind of getting to know the kids and kind of help them out in their lives and being able to offer some advice and mentorship and kind of have them over to the house. And we started a Bible study and for some of the guys on the team. And so that's kind of been my favorite part of this. But yeah, I do the hitting and we played 18 games or 20 games and obviously got cut short.
So you basically will have every kid with an amazing leg kick hitting any breaking ball strike because your strengths with a breaking ball out and over the plate. Next thing you know, you were circling the pillows.
Yeah, I've had to kind of hold myself back on putting too many leg kicks in. I've tried to teach them how to load their back hip without necessarily having a leg kick, but to me that was the easiest way. But yeah, trying to keep them linear and not rotating off the breaking ball, which is something that helped me, and staying through the breaking ball, especially in college where almost every pitch I feel like is a slider down and away from right-hand hitters. So trying to teach them to stay on the ball a little bit and let the ball come.
Cool stuff. All right, I want to go back to when this pandemic started. You were actually vacationing in Austin, Texas. I was in Scottsdale, Arizona. The gyms had just closed, and you shot me a text, and you said, hey, bro, is there anywhere we can work out around? I said, you know what? Everything's closed, but just head over to my house. I'll give you the garage door code, and we got some weights. Dumbbells go up to 95. I mean, it might be a little dusty. Now, you take us through what happened next, please.
The first thing that happened is you said, hey, make yourself at home, get the water, anything you need. So I opened the door into the house to get a water, and the alarm starts going off, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, the code's right there, so I'm like 1515 151515, and I'm pressing. I'm like, oh my gosh, what other numbers could this guy use? And so I call Kevin, and the alarm's going off, the phone's ringing, and he's like, go answer the phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, the alarm people are. The cops are coming away. So I'm like, dude, what do I do? And he's like, the code's this. So I put the code in, and then he took a call. I think the security called him, and I'm like, dude, I was just trying to get a water. And
So
all of a sudden, all heck broke loose, and so finally, everything got calmed down. Got my workout in. We walked down, took a look at your showboat. Walked up, looked at the studio and the card table over there. That was intriguing. I'm gonna have to come back for a little poker night.
yes.
A lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool memorabilia in your man cave. I saw some bats and some shoes that were similar to what I wore, and I think I sent you a picture of those old Cooperstowns. Those are sick.
Yeah.
So it was an eventful day. So we spent the day, about half the day at the Millar's house. I opened the garage underneath your studio, and it smelled like dead rack. Like I was like, man, I wish I could take the trash out for Kevin. I don't know how long it's been since they've been home, but it was a rank smell in there. So I was like, man, I don't know what to do. I should take this out to the curb. But anyways, it was you saved me. We got a good workout in, and then kind of all the pandemic hit, and we headed back to Oklahoma, and I didn't get to see you down there, but hopefully next time.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you real quick, Rose. So I was on about the 6th hole at Silverleaf, and, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, whatever. Totally forgot about the alarm, the door going in to Gina's side of the garage, and didn't know. I'm getting a call from the sheriff. So I'm like, oh, no, it's a buddy of mine. I'm trying to tell Maddie what's going on. And then just to conclude the story, so the next day I had a buddy go there. The refrigerator went out in the garage where he was working out at, and I'm telling you, all the meat, everything. My buddy's like, had the mask. Guy's like, dude, I don't know what you had in here, but everything went bad, and that's part of the smell that you were smelling.
Oh man, I was like, wow, I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what to do. So hopefully they're home soon. I don't know when he's coming back, but they need to come back soon.
That's part of the story is you punching 1-5. That's what everybody in the world would have done. Is it?
Yeah.
You know, you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong.
For some, apparently there's other numbers in the Millar family that have significance.
You should have tried 2004. That's the
There
only
we
other.
go.
Oh, that's right.
That's it.
I should have thought of that.
So I'm curious, was your son Reed, was he putting up the 95s? Because we saw you post a picture on Instagram of him. Wait, come on, dude.
I know, right? He's skinny though. Like he's not lifting yet, but I'm like, dude, you got veins in your shoulders. I'm like, that's pretty. So he's not lifting yet, but he's got some potential. I'm gonna. I tell him all the time, hey, give me a flex, and he's starting to like dig it because he's like, oh yeah, that looks pretty good.
That is good stuff. People don't realize, like you and Josh, your brother, the coach over there at Oklahoma State, you know, you guys obviously took a lot of family pictures together, and we have one right here, hanging out.
Oh, God.
I just want to know if you still got these outfits lording around.
You know what? I called our PR guy immediately, and I'm like, I don't know who signed off or how you got this picture, but do you think you could have run this one by me? I mean, seriously? Look at the hand on the hip. I got the wrong end of the deal on this. Everybody else, my mom was like, yeah, me and you got the wrong end. I mean, at least my dad, that shirt's not great, but at least he and my brother look respectable. I think me and my mom, not thrilled with that picture. And instead of having the guy take it down, I think I wrote a comment underneath, sweet stance, I don't know what I was doing there. The braided belt's amazing. There's all kinds of gems if you take a close look at that thing.
The braided belt.
Dude, don't sleep on the middle part you have working with your hair.
Yeah, my name's Matt, so I think I was trying to make an M right there. It looks like, you got the arches. Yeah, that was sweet.
Oh my gosh. So when you're back home, what are you doing to stay active? We understand that you've got kind of a sweet wiffle ball setup.
Yeah, this actually worked out timing-wise perfect. We have a nice piece of property out it's only about 5 minutes from our house, but we have a lot of acreage, and so we decided to build a wiffle ball field, and it's turf and it's lit. It's also lighted. No, I'm just kidding. But it's got an cool orange fence, and it's got a backstop. It's got benches, and it's somehow, I guess there's an official wiffle ball dimensions. So it's about 170 feet maybe. We had to find the right ball and the right bat to fit our group so that it wasn't just home runs every time, but it also, if you got one, it was a homer. So it took us a few times to find the right ball, the right bat, but we've been able to have some pretty serious family wiffle ball games in the time of quarantine. They've probably got a little bit heated at times, probably need to get out some competitive frustration other places. But it's been good. We can get outside, and it feels like, a normal evening in the spring with your kids out on a wiffle ball field, having some fun, playing some music, grilling out, making a fire. So we've had some fun nights out on the wiffle ball field.
All right, so real quick, because we have a little time left, but I do want to get a league going, Matty. We need to get a boys club league, a traveling league. We could do, I don't know if we want to do a 9-on-9, a 5-on-5, however we used to play over lines as a kid, but this is what it's about. We're missing because kids get on those devices these days, and there's too much TikTok and all this stuff. That's family fun.
It's been awesome. And my two older boys, they get out there with the blitz ball that moves all over the place.
Yeah.
And we built this strike zone. And so they put the strike zone up and they fire at each other and they go at it. But if you click it, it's that blitz ball, it goes like 350 feet. But they can fire at each other, and they go out there by themselves and just get after it for a couple hours, and I love it. It's so much better than, like you said, sitting on the device or just vegging out.
Well, Matty, you were part of one of the great rivalries in this sport, Cards-Cubs, and on Thursday on MLB Network, we're showing great games from that rivalry. What do you remember about the first time you played in it?
I think just the environment and the atmosphere of kind of almost 50-50. It's probably 60-40, whichever home you're at. It's probably 60-40 in St. Louis, and then 60-40 Chicago. But it just feels like there's just tons of blue and red, and I tell people my favorite game kind of environment is an afternoon day game, either in Chicago or in St. Louis, kind of in that May, June, where it's about 75 degrees and you're driving to the field and there's people tailgating and it's Saturday afternoon. And if you're in Chicago, there's people running on the lake, and it feels like old time baseball where, there's in the bleachers, people have their shirts off, and it just feels like, it did in the 50s, where it's just fun baseball, and it's kind of a rivalry, and they're getting on you, but it's not dirty and too mean. It's just feels really classic. So I would say I just remember being excited about it, and the environment being just a little bit different than anything you've experienced before.
Really? And not hitting a walk-off homer in 2009 in your first game in the rivalry?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was that was pretty fun too. I like I said, in baseball, Kevin will tell you, like, you do things individually, but it's like the moments and kind of the feels that you remember more than like maybe the stats or even like that. Like, that kind of feel of being around that environment is, with all that history of those two teams, is pretty cool.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
That's okay. Hey, listen, when you hit more than 300 homers, you're going to forget a few.
I forgot
it just
that
happened.
My bad.
I hit one at Cortland Oval when I was 8, and that was it. So I remember it.
Prove it. We got video of ours, Chris.
We didn't have cameras back then.
I was going to say, is it black and white? Yeah.
All right, funny guy, why don't you go get a lift in with your 6-year-old who's got veins popping out of his neck?
That's right. Yeah.
Maddie, it's always great catching up with you. Best to you and your family. And don't forget, the next time you try to break into the Millar residence in Austin, it's not 1515.
I know. I'm going to have to wait till he's at home next time so we can have some lake time. I need to get behind that boat and do a little wake surfing.
We need family fun, bro. We're going to do it for sure.
By then, I'm sure the smell will have cleared out.
Maybe you come out, Rose. Come on. Come to Austin, Rose.
He didn't like snakes. We've had him out. We had a fake snake.
We have video of that.
I'll send you the video of Rose running from the fake snake, Maddie.
Yeah, not good.
They're not everywhere. I mean, come on.
Right.
I'm kind of a wuss.
All
Matt,
right.
great seeing you, man. Best to your
All right,
family.
guys. Thanks for having me on.
On Friday's edition of IT, presented to you by Toro.